Hi everyone, Misty here with the Dreamweaver team at Sampson Properties and coming to you with my weekly seller topic. This week we are talking about the pitfalls of pricing your home too high, and of course I have your weekly market update for the Winchester area as well. So let's do that first real quick. So we've had 23 new listings in the last 7 days, as well as 15 homes coming back on the market. So that means they were either off temporarily for some reason or they were under contract and that contract fell out. The big number increase is the price decreases. So we had 34 homes with price decreases, as well as 26 homes went off the market. So we are still seeing that shift right now. So if you are thinking about selling, this topic today is going to be very important to you. So a lot of sellers want to price their home kind of on the higher end. We usually give a range value. Pricing your home is not, down to the dollar. I'm never going to be able to tell you that. Any agent that does is lying to you. So we kind of have a range, kind of the high end, kind of the low end, based on the comps and all of that. I know I've gone over that in another video, but if you have questions, we can talk about that. But usually when I give people a range, they of course want to go to the high end. And I totally understand that, and we want to get you the most money as possible for your home as well. So that is one of the reasons that we give you that kind of range. But in a market like this, where it is turning into a buyer's market, pricing on that high end may cause you problems going forward. Okay, so number one, most sellers think, okay, I'm gonna do it the high end, and any buyer that comes in that likes it, they can just make me an offer for a lower price. Buyers don't want to do that, and it will really depend on how far off you are, and that will depend, of course, typically on your price range. So, under 100, you've got a smaller spread typically. Over 500, you can have a larger spread. So a buyer may come in and do a $50,000 off the list price offer on a higher end home. But on the lower end, they're really not going to do that. They don't feel comfortable doing that. Some of them will, usually when you don't want them to do it. But if it's really far off, you're not going to get those offers, and you may not even be getting in front of the buyers that you need in that lower end. So let's say you're like 350, your home is really worth 300. The people looking in that 300 range, they're not searching for the 350 range. So you're missing all of those buyers. So that's number one. You're going to miss out on buyers in the price range that you probably should be in. Number two is once you kind of figure things out and you decide to do a price decrease, well, now you've been on the market for a while and you have the price decrease. And to a lot of buyers, that makes your home look worse to them than something that is currently just came on the market and is priced correctly to begin with. They just automatically think if your home has been on for a certain number of days, there must be something wrong with it, and that is why you haven't had an offer yet, okay? So now that takes buyers kind of longer to show and to make a decision on it as well. So now your days on the market are going up even further, and you're probably going to end up having to do another price decrease, especially if you decide, you're going to kind of start in with a smaller decrease. And I see there was one the other day actually. It was lowered $500. Why even bother? That does nothing for anybody. So if you're going to do a price decrease in the beginning, you're going to try it high, you need to go hard. You need to go 10% lower probably. Obviously that can be different depending on the home and stuff. But you really need to do a very good price decrease to get the attention of the people that have bypassed it and to potentially move into that lower range where you would be getting the attention of new buyers who are maybe approved for something lower than that. So in the end, if you have too many price decreases, if you're on too many days on the market, you're going to end up with a lower offer than if you had started kind of in the middle of the range to begin with. So that is something that we can talk about. It's very home specific, very price range specific, even very neighborhood specific. But you don't want to kind of leave that big negotiating room that a lot of sellers think they want to start with, because it can really lower your actual net at the end. And that's really the important thing, what you are getting at the end for your home. Trying to get that high end range right now can cause a lot of problems. So if you have any questions about selling or buying, please reach out. This month we are giving away a gift certificate to anyone who comes in and meets with us about buying or selling, and you can choose from Winchester Brewworks or Hideaway Cafe, two of my favorite places downtown. So reach out and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks guys, see you next week.